YouTube. Well, it's been a long time. And I know you guys are probably wondering what's been going on with me and everything, but I've been busy, real busy. A lot of changes in life and stuff going on. It's been just raining and snowing here all winter, so haven't really had any cool car content for you guys, but thought I'd make a video today, give you guys an update on what's going on, especially with this. Yep, I still have her. Some people are like, hey, where's Scarlett? You know, you probably don't have her anymore. Well, I still do. So give you guys a little video today. It's not gonna be any action or anything, but it's gonna be kind of an update as to what's going on in my life and where I'm going with the racing and what's going on with Scarlett. So first, I'm gonna give you a little overview of Scarlett and see what's going on here. And then, you know, show you guys exactly where she's at, and we'll go from there. All right, well, here's Scarlett as of right now. As you can see, we have no engine, but the front end that we left off with when we cut, this is the new front end that had fabricated, and the whole new intercooler and radiator setup for the H6 project. I actually had a mock-up engine in here of the H6, but I took it out and I'm getting ready to just kind of clean things up. I want to clean up some of these bare welded parts and paint them and get the frame looking good, and then I'm going to detail the engine bay. Eventually I'm going to paint the entire engine bay and get it looking really good. But as you can see, this is a custom Garrett core. It's really thick. I believe it's like 4.5, 5 inch. But you can see it was all custom fabricated by Derek. He did a really great job making the frame for the car. So the front end, this whole front end is actually removable. So the headlights and everything are mounted to the frame, as well as the radiator and everything. You can kind of see it's cool. The intercooler pipe comes out of the back here and goes straight up to the throttle body, which is nice. And then right here on the car, we have bolts to the frame rails. You take those bolts out and unbolt it from the fenders on both sides. And then literally this whole piece, there's 2 more bolts here on the subframe, 1 on each side. You take those out and this whole front clip comes off, and you can literally just walk up to the engine, which is super cool. It's what I've always wanted. Makes working on the car way easier. And we took a bunch of weight off the front end by cutting all the factory frame off the front, core support and all that. So the car is going to be lighter as well, which is awesome. So I'm really excited about that. I'll show you guys, I'm going to open the trunk and I'll show you guys what I got planned for the fuel system. All right, moving to the back. It's kind of a mess right now. But as you can see, these are the H6 turbo manifolds, and then the custom intake manifolds back here as well. Still got the nitrous, and I do have plans for that. So we're still going to keep that on the car. Let's see if I can show you guys the fuel system here. So here's the new fuel system we're going to be running. So no more factory tank. We've got a fuel cell in the car. It's pretty large. It's a 15-gallon cell, 15 or 16-gallon fuel cell. The reason why I did that is because I still want to do kind of a drag and drive style racing with this car, where I drive it on the street still a little bit and go to different events and whatnot and have that option. So that's why we went with this 16-gallon cell. And then we did the brushless Aeromotive 5.0 fuel pump, which is going to be awesome. I will be maxing that out most likely, but for now, that's going to be enough fuel on ethanol to get me over 1100 wheel horsepower, so it'll be good. If I do end up switching to methanol, all I have to do is switch this pump out with the bigger. They have a bigger size pump that just drops right in, plug and play, super easy. So really excited about that. Show you guys here. Still got sequential in there for now. You can see the turbos, kind of hard to see, but everything's kind of just chilling in here right now. But yeah, that's Scarlett. So that's what's going on with her. All right, so a little bit what's going on with me right now. I've accepted a new position here at PRE Racing at my work, and I am now the race program director for the shop. So it's very exciting. I'm really happy to get this, position. And basically what that means is I'm in charge of all the race cars now for PRE Racing and making sure that they are ready to race, building them, maintaining them, and transporting them to and from events. And if need be, I can drive as well, but we do have a couple employees set up to drive the cars for now. And it's going to be awesome. So Zach used to run the program here for a long time, but as some of you guys know, he departed us about a year ago and went to work for ETS. So we haven't really had anybody to be the manager or director of the race program. So I decided to step up, take the position, and really excited because I'm going to definitely, I'll put my little spin on it, but I'm going to be very dedicated to this project and make sure that these cars can run as best as they can for the shop. So with that being said, we still have Widow. Go over here. So Black Widow is still all together. As you guys saw, we were drag racing her quite a bit. We got her into the 8s. And we had to change a lot of things on this car because this car was built for the half mile. It's got, crazy aero, suspension, everything was built for the half mile roll racing. And we kind of adapted it to drag racing and just tried to make it work as best we could. But as anybody knows, a drag car and a roll race car, quite a bit different, especially in the Subaru world. So instead of, we fought this car quite a bit with the suspension and everything and just trying to get it down the quarter mile. It was very difficult. We made it work, but it was a lot of work. So what we've decided to do is we're going to put this car back on half mile duty and we're going to take this out of the drag racing program. So with that being said, got a surprise. I'll show you guys. Here is the new drag car for PRE Racing. This is a totally different car. And some people will recognize this car. But as you can see, all it's missing is the door cards, but it's got full interior, full street car. This thing has been driven on the street. It's registered. And I'll show you guys under the hood here. So as you can see under the hood, I'm in the middle of rebuilding this car and setting it up for our drag program. But you can see 05 STI, one of my favorite bodies. It's so nice. It's a classic, really. I mean, I love this body style. This chassis and everything is perfect for what we're gonna do. It's running right now. It's got a stock H-pattern 6-speed transmission in it and drivetrain. We're going to keep this car in H-pattern. That's the goal. And I've got an engine I'm putting together for it today. And this car is going to be the new drag racing car for PRE Racing that we're going to race. So some people might recognize this car. One of our customers used to own this car. But this car was completely built by us. This car has always been our baby. And this is all PRE. So we're going to make some changes to it for sure. The body is going to go through some changes a little bit, but the goal for this car is I want to keep it as complete as possible. And, I'm not trying to fully gut this car this season and just make it crazy light or anything crazy, but I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it kind of a street car theme. But I want to make it extremely fast. So that's the goal for this project. I really want this car to go 850s. That's my personal goal for what we're going to do. But obviously, you got to crawl before you can walk. So we're going to, get this thing in the 10s. We're going to shoot for the 10s first, then the 9s, and we'll go from there. If things go better than expected, maybe we'll be in the 8s by the end of the season. I'm not sure. It just all depends. But one of our own, Michael Roseanne's going to be driving this car, and he is super excited. We're going to get him suited up to drive this car, and he doesn't have a whole lot of drag racing experience, especially in a Subaru, but we're going to get him up to speed and teach him how to do it and get him all dialed. So I'm really excited for this project. It's going to be really fun. So basically that's what's been going on with me. I've been going through a lot of stuff here at work. I've been super busy, just pumping builds out and, just working. Haven't really had time to do much, anything else, especially with this new position here, be doing the race program. So I'm going to be very busy this race season, making sure that, I'm going to make sure Widow's ready for half-mile racing. We're going to have that car ready to roll. So anytime we want to go to Kalinga when it opens up or do a half-mile roll race event, the car will be ready to rock and roll. And then we've got the new project car I just showed you guys for the drag program that I'm going to be working a lot on. Got to get that one up and running, and I'm trying to get that one up and running here ASAP. I've got a lot of work to do on it. I'm going to be doing a new engine management system in it. I'm going to put a Haltech in that car. Eric's, going to be tuning it, and we're going to be setting that car up so, we can have Michael get in it and go fast. So that's what's going on with all that. And then on top of all this, there might be something else coming. I can't really say yet if this is going to happen, but if this is going to happen, we're going to have potentially another car that we will be drag racing that is a lot different. It's still a Subaru, so that's your only clue you're going to get, but it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm kind of excited if it happens, but I'm not going to say anything until that deal is solid and happening, but you'll just have to wait and see for the next video what happens there. But for today, I'm going to be putting together the engine for the new drag car, and we've got I've also got some other stuff I've been working on around here that I'll show you real quick that I'm pretty proud of. So let me take you out here and show you something I've been doing. All right, so this is a project that I've been working on here. This has been consuming most of my time here. And this is a customer build that we're doing for a time attack event. So Global Time Attack is a road race, style race that's awesome. I mean, I've always loved time attack and wanted to build a car like this for myself someday, but just never really got around to it. But this guy, he basically said, hey, you guys build this car the way you want to build it. I want it done right. This car was already built somewhere else a long time ago, and he had a lot of issues with it and never really could do a track day without losing an engine or having major, catastrophic problems. So he was fed up. He brought the car in here and basically let me loose on it. I mean, I basically was told, build this car the way you want to build it, and let's see what happens. So I'm really proud of this build, but I've been doing a lot on this. As you can see, it is it's beautiful. I'm really stoked about this one. When this car came in, it was bare shell, tore it all the way down, resprayed the engine bay, satin black because it was all like red and all different colors, so cleaned it up quite a bit. Built the motor, put it all together, turbo kit. We're running so this is a new turbo that for me that I don't really have a lot of experience with, but this is a Garrett G30 770. So the goal for this car is about 600 wheel horsepower, but reliability must be absolutely like maximum. So this should spool really fast, make really good power, have a fat power band, and still make the goal of of the 600 wheel horsepower. It's got one of our PRE Racing Stage 3 closed deck motors in it that's just built to the hill. Fully built heads, port and polish, cams. It's all there. So this motor is extremely overbuilt for what we're doing, but that's the whole point. We need this car super reliable. As you can see, I did some custom cooler mounting down here. This is the oil cooler. This is the power steering cooler, and then we got the radiator, and there'll be a front mount in front of this. All the lines are, I made them by hand. They're all custom. And then most people will be looking at this saying, what's this? Well, we did a dry sump on this car. So this is an ARE Racing dry sump. This is the key to making, when you have a car like this that's going to be pulling very high G loads in the corners and very high RPM, this is the fix for oil starvation on these motors. So we got the dry sump system, all custom plumbed. I did bulkheads on the firewall, if you guys can see there. These are actually the oil lines that go through the firewall at a bulkhead fitting. And then they come inside and they go to the dry sump reservoir tank right here. So that's the dry sump tank. It's inside the cockpit here. It's hard to see. You can see the lines are all bulkheaded through the firewall. And then some people are going to be looking here and say, hey, what's this? So that's right. We put a Samsonite sequential in this thing as well. So this thing is going to be bad to the bone. See how big wide Hoosiers on it. Is this just a purpose-built race car? See, I still got a bunch of goodies to do. And the really cool part about this build, you guys will see all this, we're doing the Haltech Nexus on this car. So no fuse boxes. This is all PDM. I'm going to be wiring it all up from scratch. I've already started wiring some of the car, but I'm super excited because this is the same system that I'm going to run in Scarlett. So I have one for Scarlett as well that I'll be doing, but this is cool because it's kind of a dry run for me. It's a practice run on the Nexus. I've done a lot of Haltech stuff, but I've never done Nexus before. So I'm really excited to see the potential of this system. And we come to the back of the car. This is 05 STI, by the way. And you can see we've got the trunk all cut out. So I removed everything here in the trunk, and we've got this all cut out and ready to go because we're going to be putting in a radium fuel cell. We've got a really big radium fuel cell. I think it's like 16 plus gallons because we don't want any fuel starvation issues. And this guy will be having like 20-minute or so sessions of just full throttle, wide open racing. So I want to have as much fuel as possible. But yeah, it's a really cool system from Radium. It's got their fuel surge tank all built in. I'll actually show you guys a little bit of that here. See if I can show you. So this is the fuel system right here. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but this is the Radium triple pump. We're only going to run two, but this is the triple pump fuel cell. So as you can see, so if I can do this one-handed, but this thing is just beautiful. So this is the fuel cell surge tank system. All your pump powers are right there, your fuel level sender, your lift pumps, everything you need is all right here. Fittings. And if you look at the side view of this, the surge tank is actually built in right here to the pump. So you've got, this is the lift pump on the side, and there's more pumps inside here in the surge tank. It's all built in one unit. And what's cool about this system is it's built to be plug and play with their fuel cell. So this fuel cell is from Radium. It's all lined in foam inside, so you don't get any sloshing issues, and it drops right in and bolts in there. So super cool system, very slick, but that's gonna, be our fuel system there. So as you can see, I'm busy. I've been really busy. I promise. I do miss you guys, and I miss making the videos all the time, but the content that I could be making, I just felt like it was just kind of boring and just not not action-packed like you guys are used to seeing. So I just kind of laid off for a while, just been focusing on work and family and trying to get everything, you know, trying to find that balance. So but race season's coming quick, so we're going to get a lot of action, a lot of good footage is coming. As far as Scarlett, she will be on the back burner for a little bit. I'm still waiting on parts for her anyways for some of the engine project, and I've kind of made a decision that I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do to the car for many, many years, and that's going to entail, you know, a lot more R&D, and it's going to be, you know, a lot of changes. So, but in the end, it's what the car needs. It's going to be better for the car. And with the race program and what I'm doing now, I don't really have a lot of time for Scarlett anyways right now. And I made the decision, you know, to take this position, and I would rather, you know, do our racing program and get our racing program strong so that we can represent in the drag racing world and you know, road racing and roll racing. I want to get us, you know, in a good spot, and I would rather put my car back off this, you know, put it on the back burner for a bit and do that. That's more important to me right now, since I want to make some changes to my car that are going to require a lot of time and money anyways. So it's going to work out better in the long run. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I will be doing, hands getting tired. I will be doing some footage when we take that Time Attack build out. We will be doing track support on that car, so I'll get some video of that for you guys, which is going to be pretty awesome. And you know, putting together this new drag car, I'm gonna do some footage on that. I'm building the motor right now. Got to get that car all back together. I'm gonna do some suspension mods. We're gonna get some, you know, get it set up. We're gonna have to do some tests and tunes, get the car dialed, and get that car going fast. So I'm gonna take you guys along the way as much as I can through the whole process, building that car from the ground up, from a street car to a drag car. And you know, yeah, that's what's basically going on. So hopefully you guys, you know, I'm pretty sure I probably lost some of you guys because I haven't made a video in so long, but I'm gonna start making some more videos. I'm gonna do as much as I can, but just know that I am busy and I've got a lot going on, but I promise it'll be worth the wait. So that's it for today, guys. Till next time, see you later.